Hello, so in this third example we are going to use our rules of exponent trick again. So I will rewrite this expression 6 to the first power plus x is same like 6 times 6 to the power of x. And then 6 to the power of 1 minus x is same like 6 divided by 6x. And that equals 13. Well, we can simplify. So we can multiply the whole thing by 6 to the x. So what we get here is 6 times 6 to the x squared. This here will cancel, or it will become 1. Plus 6 equals 13 times 6 to the x. What I'm going to do is move everything to the left side. So I have 6 times 6 to the x squared minus 13 times 6 to the x plus 6 equals 0. And now I will do a trick, substitution trick. So I'm going to say that this guy is 6 to the x. I'm going to give it some other name. In this case, maybe I want to call it a. So let's say 6 to the x equals a. Just give it a new name. So I will plug that in wherever I see 6 to the x. Plug it in here. Plug it here. So I can rewrite 6a to the second power minus 13a plus 6 equals 0. And now we get quadratic equation. So in order to solve that quadratic equation, we could either use the formula or we can factor. So let's do a little factoring practice here. So when we factor, I'm going to show you a method that works every time. Maybe a little bit time consuming, but it's okay. So we need 2 parentheses equal to 0. And now we're looking at all the factors of 6a squared. So it could be either, let's see, 2 times 3 or 1 times 6. All the factors of 6, now of course this could be positive or negative, that could be 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. So let's try. Here's what I do. So take that 6a squared. So for right now I'm just going to put 2 and 3 up front. And then for 6, so that's the first one. And then for 6 here, I will also choose 2 and 3. So I'm going to play with these numbers here. And what I need to do is somehow get that negative 13. I'm going to show you how. So let's put 2 here and 3 here. What you need to do is the following thing. You need to multiply the first and the last one. So 2 times 3 is 6. And these these two inner ones, 2 times 3 is 6. And then I look at numbers. I have 6 and I have 6. Is there any way in the world to give me negative 13 if I add or subtract these two numbers? I don't see it. So that doesn't function. Let me try another way. So I'm still going to keep 2 and 3 right here. But now I will switch these two. So I'll put 3 here and 2 here. Now let's see. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. I have 9 and 4. Okay. 9 and 4. Can that give me negative 13 in any way? Yes, but only if 4 is negative and if 9 is negative. So how do I make this negative? So 2 times -2, that would be -4. And then -3 times 3 would be 9. And let's not forget our a, because it needs to be a. So 2a minus 3 times 3a minus 2, that equals 0. So here we have our factor form. Now question is, we need to solve. Okay, when is this true? So this is only true in two cases. Either this guy here equals 0 or this guy here equals 0. So either 2a minus 3 equals 0 or 3a minus 2 equals 0. So if we solve for a, we have 2a equals 3. So a equals 3/2. That's one option. Let's go A1. Or we have 3a equals 2, and then a equals 2/3. Let's call that A2. So we're more than halfway done. Now that we solve for a, don't forget, what is a? So a stands for 6x, right? Oh, or 6 to the power of x. So what we need to do is go back and substitute. So instead of saying a, we're going to say following. We're going to say 6 to the power of x equals 3/2. Or 6 to the power of x equals 2/3. Now, when I look at this type of equation, I don't see any other way to solve this. I cannot rewrite 3/2, so it's 6. So what we have to do now, we have to take a log of both sides. So for this equation right here, I'm going to say that log 6 to the power of x equals log 3/2. Using properties of logs, we can take that exponent and bring it up front. So that way x times log 6 equals log 3/2. Now, we can again use properties of exponents and logs and rewrite log of 3/2 as log 3 minus log 2. And now we need to divide by log 6. So one of our answers is going to be x equals log 3 minus log 2 divided by log 6. Okay, so that would be one of the answers. Now we need to do similar here. Take log of this solution. So we have log 6x equals log 2/3. So again, we take that exponent, bring it up front. So it's x times log 6 equals log 2/log 3. We can rewrite as log 2 minus log 3. And we divide by log 6. So our final answer would be x equals log 2 minus log 3 all divided by log 6. So these are the two answers. As you can see, these problems turn into quadratic equations. So it's very important that you practice these problems, even though that they're complicated. If you don't understand, do it several times. Then try to do it on your own. If you get stuck, you pause, look at it, and do it again until you're confident to do it on your own. Thanks for watching, and happy solving.